The views or opinions expressed in this presentation are those of the participants and do not necessarily represent the views and opinions of Westman Communications Group or its employees.
Hey everybody.
Hi.
How's it going?
Hey, it's episode
41
41
of the KC Chronicles. We've been doing this for over a year now, and I watch, like, even if we go back and watch our first episode, we're so stiff in that episode.
Yeah, you know, yeah, those first couple episodes, we were kind of fighting our footing, but yeah, 13 months we've been doing this show.
Whoa.
And now we're like celebrities.
Yeah.
Grade A celebrities.
I mean, some guy knew me in public, so that was cool.
A lady recognized me in public as well, actually.
Really?
This was like several months ago. But, wait, actually, yeah. So I don't think you actually ever told me. So the recognizing?
Oh, well, it was this guy that actually my boyfriend knows because he's from the same town as my boyfriend's from. But yeah, apparently we were at Dairy Queen, and he told me, he's like, oh, yeah, no, I know you from your show. And I'm like, what? I'm
a show?
People watch it.
People watch it.
But no, he says he drives with it and like puts it on and drives while he's listening to us.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
but anyway.
probably do. We're not gonna name drop anybody, but
not name dropping people, but nice.
Yeah.
Oh right, yeah, show. Sorry.
How's it going though? How's your week been?
Been living. The Jets, the Winnipeg Jets, they beat the Dallas Stars 4-0 yesterday. We're taping this on April 11th, by the way. 4-0 victory for your Winnipeg Jets over the Dallas Stars. 1 point away from clinching the Central Division and the Western Conference by proxy. We control our own destiny of getting the President's Trophy, and I might drink the Kool-Aid and say that this team could absolutely go win the Stanley Cup this year. This team is good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's all I have to say. That is all I have to say. How are you?
I'm good. Busy. Yeah. It's the last month before.
It's the last full month of school.
Before.
Practicum.
Yeah, I couldn't remember what it was called.
You forgot so bad. Your eyes just went like. They cried.
Like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, so it's like crunch time, final projects.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
But you're almost done though. Like, just think of how quick that went by from September 20.
You don't remind me. I'm scared.
September 23 was when you started?
Yeah.
Yeah, from then to now. Like how fast that went by.
I gotta fix this. It's bothering me.
Oh, Kenzie's got to fix the Velcro on her microphone.
Struggling. Oh yeah, and the other fun news is I won an award from the college.
That's right.
Which I get to go accept tonight at the Victoria Inn.
What award are you winning?
The One to Watch award.
The One to Watch. Now, here's the thing. We have a show, so we can be watched. I think it works. It works. It's like a double entendre.
Yeah, sure. Whatever.
So how do you get even nominated or like?
Actually, that one, there's a couple at this awards dinner or whatever tonight that's happening. There is athletics awards, obviously for the athletes. There are Students Association awards, which are ones that people apply for. And then there's One to Watch awards, which are one for each program, which are voted on and nominated from the faculty.
I see.
So the faculty choose who wins. And I was like, me?
I was never picked.
So there's the scholarship and then there's the awards. So the scholarship's like coming into college, which there's still, I guess, one per program. And then there's one leaving. So like this is like graduation. Yeah. Like you get a piece of paper that says you're pretty awesome.
They're giving you an award saying, yes, you're leaving finally.
No, the award is meant to signify like you're very good, got a very good attitude. You've changed the program as a whole. Like you're a very good person to be around. You know what you're doing. I'm serious. That's what they told me.
You? No, okay.
Whoa.
I am just joking. That is a very good accomplishment.
Yeah.
You are a very hard worker. I've heard stories of how hard you've had to work and adversity you've had to overcome in your studies. So I think you are a very deserving person of the award.
I'm very proud of myself. I mean, it sucks. My parents aren't able to make it out.
Round of applause for Kenzie, please.
Add a laugh track or like not a laugh track, round of applause. live studio audience. But it sucks that my parents aren't going to be able to come out to make it and watch. But my boyfriend's going to accompany me, get some photos from my mom, because my mom's going to want to post it on Facebook and be like, my child is the best. 100% what she's going to do. Something
That's
like
kind
that.
of what Facebook has become. It's I think for like our parents, Facebook has just become, look how amazing my child is compared to your child or children.
You should be ashamed of your children because
Yeah, exactly.
mine are better.
My children wins gold medals. My child is the next Sidney Crosby, and yours is not.
That's accurate though.
It's accurate, isn't it?
Yeah, so that'll be exciting. But a nice fancy new dress to wear for it.
Just for this event?
Just for this event.
And then afterwards you're going to throw it out?
No, I'm going to use it probably for something. It's really pretty though. I'm very excited.
What's the color?
It's red.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. It's got it's got flowy bottom. It's really cool. It's really hard to explain. You'll see it in photos later. But that's the excitement.
It's a dress. It looks like a dress, and it behaves like one. It's red. Well, I think I pretty much just
Got to start emoting at this point.
Emoting, exactly.
But in jumping into today's topic, today is going to be a longer form episode because there's going to be 2 parts to it. Do you want to explain what the 2 parts are?
I would love to. So this is going to be a 2-parter episode.
It's all going to be in one part. Like, it's all going to be one episode.
Yeah, it's going to be, so this is part 1 of the episode. This is probably actually going to eclipse an hour long. So special Casey Chronicles. This is the first Casey Chronicles episode that's going to go over an hour. Isn't that nutty?
That's crazy.
Anyway, in celebration, celebration and of a recognition of an important date, I think, in the calendar, on April 22nd, it is Earth Day.
The beautiful thing we live on.
The big rock that we drift on in the middle of a empty vacuum where no one can hear you scream. And we drift and we spin around very quickly while another little ball spins around us while we spin around a giant
the way you just
bright
explained
star.
that reminds me of like a TikTok audio from like COVID time.
Of course it reminds you of TikTok.
And it goes, you're on a rock, floating in space. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, that's history of the world. That's from like 2017.
Yeah, that's what it reminds me of.
That's not from TikTok. Someone took that and re-uploaded it to TikTok.
But that's what it reminds me of. I just think of...
Hi, you're on a rock floating in space. Pretty cool, huh? We can't quote much of it because there's so much language in it, but
it's funny.
It's a funny video. It's an internet classic. But yeah, so Earth Day. It is a important day in the calendar. As a little bit of a quick history and some fun facts. So Earth Day was first celebrated on April 22nd in 1970. Earth Day started as a response to a 1969 oil spill in California and growing public concern over pollution. It led to major environmental reforms in the U.S., like the Clean Water Act, the Clean Air Act, and the EPA, which I'm pretty sure is the Environmental Protection Agency.
Wow.
More than 1 billion people now participate in Earth Day activities each year across 190 countries.
I'm going to stop you before we get too far.
Okay.
Before we get too far into the episode, we should list all of our socials and the email
Yeah,
before
we
we
gotta
forget,
do that.
and then we end up doing the entire episode.
This is like the equivalent of when people take an ad break. This is a social
ad
media
break.
break.
No, just kidding.
Social media break right now.
Okay, so if you or anybody you know wants to come into the studio and do your own podcast, not necessarily with us, just with your friends, you can contact WCGTV at westmancom.com. Right there. If you would like to do a podcast with us directly, you can email us at kcchronicles2024@gmail.com. If you want to DM us,
hit us up on Instagram.
KC_Chronicles2024, Instagram and TikTok. And last but not least, we are on YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, great. If you're not, go subscribe to the YouTube because we upload like crazy on there every week. It's now we've got all of our old episodes up there. So now as we film, we upload, or we try to upload the same day. So
this one will be, from the time that we're
late,
taping to uploading, this one will be a little bit of a delay, but anywho. But
there it is for you. Now you may continue.
Yeah, so Earth Day, environment. Let's talk about the environment. So I think we should do a quick disclaimer. We are not scientists. We are not climate professionals. We are not trying to be preachy in what we do. We're just... We just want to just have a conversation about the environment. And because, we live on this earth, and especially in the last, concerns about the environment have been a thing, as we've seen for many, many decades now. But I think the overall conversation about climate change specifically has been a major conversation for about the last 20 years, give or take.
But we believe in a clean environment, and we just believe that we should take care of the earth that we live on because it's the only one we got. So we're not trying to be preachy or anything. We're just trying to bring awareness to Earth Day.
We are
for you
not
guys.
professionals. There are professionals out there who have the answers to everything, who are absolutely more educated and more smart on this topic than us, and we don't.
We're just some Gen Zers who
We're
have
just some Gen Zers
some opinions,
who have some opinions, and we just want to talk about it because we, as the future of this earth, we want to live in a world where we have a clean, sustainable earth and one that our children and our grandchildren and our grandchildren's grandchildren can enjoy.
Exactly. Well said. I guess let's talk about what we're going to do in part 2 of this, or like the other half of this episode.
Well, yeah, we'll do a tease. So I think we can, so I guess this can kind of talk about like Earth Day specifically. So Earth Day has always been a type of day where, you know, I think especially there's a lot of kind of nonprofit organizations or just some, you know, community events where they try and do some little activities that can help benefit the community and also the environment as a byproduct.
Actually, a lot growing up at school, we did a lot of.
I remember we used to do stuff
some
at
stuff
school.
for the days.
Yeah, exactly.
For example, we did like a lot when I was in school. We did a trash pickup day. We would go out and it would be like for marks or something, but you'd have to pick up a certain amount of trash or something.
Exactly, yeah. Make it a competition because kids love petty competition, and if you can make kids have a competition of who can pick up the most trash, you've got something good going.
Have fun doing it, and they're trying to save the earth.
Exactly, because honestly, when it comes to a lot of because the whole argument about climate change and a lot of those very big issues, you know, with carbon dioxide all in the environment, it can feel easy to feel powerless or that you can't really do too much. But the stuff that is in a lot of our control, like when it comes to the environment and having a clean environment, there's a lot of stuff that we can do. And honestly, nothing makes me more depressed than seeing like oil being spilled in the oceans or seeing trash everywhere. Yeah. And that segues into what we're going to tease it. You'll see it in part 2. Please don't skip ahead. Please stay here with us. But in part 2 of this episode, we are going to, as a way to kind of help benefit our community, we're going to go pick up some trash. We're going to go kind of throw it back to how we were in elementary school.
And we think it's very important, at least I think it's very important to pick up trash, especially because, well, number one, wildlife. Wildlife can mistake it for food. It can damage wildlife. It can hurt animals. It can kill animals.
Plastic can get into the waterways.
Like, there's so many things that stem from just throwing your garbage on the ground.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate because we have, I mean, sometimes it depends on if you live in a very small community, but where we are in Brandon, we are fortunate that we have you know, a robust trash recycling and green bin pickup system. You know, you have your 3 bins where you can distinguish, okay, you can put your composting in there, which is great for the environment. That can reduce a lot of what ends up in landfills. Yeah. You have all these bins, and then of course there's a, you know, in new projects when it comes to, you know, making parks or public spaces, it's important for them to put a lot of garbage and recycling bins there, and that they're readily available and they're easily visible so that you don't litter. Because honestly, if there's one opinion I'm really gonna be stingent on, don't litter. Like, it's serious. It's gross. Like, pick up after. Like, have some social responsibility and just pick up after yourself. Like, don't be a pig and just go, whatever. Like, sometimes accidents happen. Like, you know, if you're opening your car door and maybe a wrapper falls out and you don't see it and you drive away. That's different between, like, you know, having a granola bar and just go, no, bless you.
Sorry.
I think littering is one of those things where it's not illegal, but
it should be.
I wish someone would punish you for littering because it's gross.
And it's really bad when it's plastic or something like that. If it's like we're not condoning littering of any kind, but if it's like a banana peel or an apple or something that can be...
If it's a fruit or vegetable that doesn't have pesticides, like it didn't have pesticides on it, that does count as a way. It can decompose. It's kind of going back to the environment. But if it's anything that, like what you said, like plastic
wrappers
or
of any kind,
like plastic or rubber, or like anything like that, it's like, don't do that. Honestly, it really disgusts me when I see that.
I would just advise, like, especially if you're driving. I feel like that's when it happens most. It's like people when are driving and then they finish something and then they like roll down their window and like throw it out.
I know.
I would advise getting a garbage can for your car because it's
like,
really not that hard.
Yeah.
You can buy a $2 bin at the garbage at the dollar store.
I remember going on a lot of like road trips then and now, like with my parents. Like we'll just have a very small little plastic bag.
Yeah.
And you just throw all your trash in there, and then if you have to make a pit stop at a Tim Hortons or a gas station, just toss it. Like
you can buy like a $2 little bin at the dollar store, and
exactly. Like what we're kind of saying is there's really no excuse to litter. There are so many systems and so many easy, cheap, very hassle-free things that you can do when it comes to littering specifically, that there's almost no excuse why you should be littering.
No.
So be a friend to the environment. Like, we're not the owners of the earth. We're just a very smart species that has come to be the top of it. And I think as the dominant species on this planet, I feel like we have a responsibility to some degree to take care of the ones who can't take care of themselves.
Yeah, and I mean, really think about it. It like when you throw something out, you may not think, oh, it's one little thing, it's not going to wreck the environment. But when you think about it, everybody around the earth are all doing it as well. So yours is going to affect it. Yeah, so if you want to keep living on this earth, maybe just don't litter.
Exactly.
That's one small thing you can do.
And there are criticisms that you could have, maybe that, some recycling is not as effective as some people may think it is, or landfills are discussing. That's true. But there's a difference, I think, between keeping the garbage contained to a singular area than spreading it all around for wildlife to just, again, wildlife could eat it. And then, again, there's the whole argument of now microplastics now being inside of our bodies, which can have a long list of potential impacts in both men and women. And I think those microplastics can probably be attributed to plastic being littered in places where there's waterways and the plastic gets into the water. So it's, get a Brita filter too. That's what I recommend.
I have a Brita filter.
I have a Brita filter too.
You know what I don't understand?
What's up?
So I'm from Saskatchewan. In Saskatchewan, we recycle like our pop bottles and all that stuff, and we bring it to the recycling center.
Yeah.
You guys don't do recycling centers here, which is weird to me.
There used to. Okay, now here's the thing. This is where our age kind of shows. I thought at one point in time, this might not be exactly similar to what you're saying, but there was at one point in time a system where if you had like glass bottles or something like that, like you could bring them in and then you get a certain amount of kind of chunk change back.
That's what we
that's what you're talking about?
Okay.
Yeah. We had that at one point in time, but I don't know or don't think we have that anymore.
No, you don't. I learned that when I moved here, and I just don't know why.
Because I mean, look, if some people are just if it takes money to give people an incentive,
it for the money. Like
but there's some people who will care if there's money involved. Why are you not doing it nowadays when people need money?
Well, exactly. It's actually a really good time to be doing it because if you save up enough pop, let's be real. How much pop? Well, you don't drink as much now, but back when you did drink a lot of pop, how much pop did you drink? You could probably fill a bag in like a week.
If we were going off of like aluminum cans, like I would be. I'd be like, I'm drinking champagne like a good tycoon, and I'm on a beach somewhere.
But like my family, they typically they fill up a bunch of bags and then take them all in at once because you get a bigger amount of money.
Exactly.
But even just one bag, you can get like $20 back. And so I don't know why they don't still do it here, because they still do it in Saskatchewan. So I try to save my bottles and take them back for my parents. But I just never understood. Like I've recycled my whole life, like recycled bottles and stuff like that, and glass bottles and all that.
Wob Canoe, NDP party. If you if anyone from the NDP party happens to be watching this video
and you want to
bring a provincial bring a provincial public service, just bring in your aluminum cans or your glass bottles and we'll pay you.
Well, it's really nice. Like they don't pay a bunch. Like it's not like you're gonna make $100.
No, exactly. Like bring
but enough for like a meal or like
it's just like, oh, I've got this certain amount of money. I'm gonna go buy some beer.
Yeah. Well,
you can just cause this infinite loop where it's like I go bring in my empty beer bottles, get enough change to go buy some more beer.
The funny thing is when I was in high school and they did parties, whoever was hosting the party would have a recycling bin, and then they could make all the money off of the alcohol that everybody was drinking.
So they can just party the next weekend.
And then they can party like it. It's honestly a good idea, and that's what I never understood when I moved here is why they don't have recycling centers.
If you think about it, you're helping the environment, but then you're also kind of boosting the local economy if you're getting people all this change to go spend it on whatever is happening in town.
And at these recycling centers, you could also recycle batteries.
That's true.
That was another thing.
And
like
that's another thing when it
batteries.
comes to batteries.
My cable's falling off the table.
alright.
Sorry.
When it comes to batteries, you know, the batteries with electric vehicles, the batteries in all these appliances. I mean, like if we look at everything that's in this room that's off camera right now, look at it, the amount of batteries
That would
exist here that
Yeah.
that they need to go somewhere. This laptop needs to go somewhere.
And that's why I think recycling is so important, and that's why I still don't understand why they don't do it here. Like it seems like as a kid, like that's all I knew was doing that because I lived in Saskatchewan. So I'm like, when I moved here, it was a real shock to me that they didn't do it. And it's not even just for the money; it's a place for the recyclables to go and be reused. Like, I know that you recycle here, but like,
Guess not as good as Saskatchewan.
I just like. At least when you're recycling in Saskatchewan, you're taking your bottles and you can see the bottles being crushed up and being prepared to be used for something else. Like you were able to see all of that be happening. So it's like at least you knew when you were bringing it in, they're gonna do something with it and not just throw it in landfill, right? Like,
Right.
so I guess that for me, it felt more environmentally friendly because I knew that it was actually going to be recycled and reused, and I'm saving part of the world instead of, just throwing it in the landfill. I'm recycling and reusing and reducing. That was my favorite thing growing up.
Reduce, reuse, recycle. The triple R. I remember hearing that as well. So, yeah, so there's plenty of things that are perfectly reasonable and within your power that you can do. And I think there's maybe some places where the local governments could maybe look to really step up and introduce some of these programs, because that's one of the big things too, because when it comes to the overarching title about, climate change, the environment, and cleanliness and recycling, there's a lot of different kind of nuances to it, and there's all these different kind of complex avenues, and they all kind of get bundled up into one. I think maybe probably better, like when it comes to tackling these big issues, like they really need to break it down instead of like, we're gonna solve all of the climate issues. Well, there's a lot of issues under that umbrella, so you should have a good plan for each thing, because obviously what works for one issue is not going to work automatically for another issue.
Well, that's exactly it. Like you gotta really analyze each individual issue.
I don't think you can just chuck money at it and then just expect it to figure it out. Like you have to have a plan. You have to innovate. You have to like there's some ideas that might have worked 40 years ago, but you have to bring these ideas into the 21st century.
Yeah. No, I feel like Earth Day and just being environmentally friendly in general has dropped off so much since I was a kid. Like when we were children and I was in elementary school, they would preach to us like, don't litter, and every Earth Day we would do some garbage pickup or we would do something environmentally friendly, and they would always just preach that when we were in elementary school. But as we got older, people just stopped caring.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just because it's just because there's more of a apathetic attitude towards it, because if we want, we can pivot to like more of the climate change side.
Yeah.
One of the things that I really don't like, and while it's necessary, I think, for people to be informed of the issues and the dangers of climate change, the amount of doom and gloom that is sent on the news and by some politicians that might have some controversial views towards climate change to get people to stop caring about it, it does not do anything good.
No.
I think a lot of people recognize the dangers of it, but that's one of the things I think the conversation around climate change really needs to stop shifting from we're never gonna fix it to how about we start
implementing things to fix it.
Let's drop the pessimism. Let's stop the doom and gloom mentality. Just because you don't see it every single day doesn't mean nothing's happening or it's hopeless. Like there are thousands and thousands of people that are dedicating their lives to try and figuring out solutions in all of these different sectors.
The thing that I think also just really puts the nail in the coffin for the doom and gloom is that countdown clock. I don't know. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The world clock that's going, and it's like, oh, we only have 5 years left with this Earth if we don't turn things around. I'm like, that's not gonna motivate people to do anything.
No, the language is saying that it's doomed, and almost and when this timer is done, we're all done. I think the timer is more to suggest we reach points of no return where we do permanent damage or long-term damage, beyond our lifetimes. But again, how it's presented in such a doom and gloom way. It's like, really, guys, do we need to do we need to start panicking people to the point where they just freeze in the headlights and then do nothing about it because you make it seem so hopeless? So I think that's why we need to really switch the paradigm around it. I'm going to use some big words here. And that we need to start, we need to stop talking down and start talking up.
And I mean, I do like that I've noticed some changes. Like as much as I hate bamboo forks because they're so hard to eat with, this is a smart change. But like, have you guys ever tried to eat with a bamboo fork? Have you tried eating poutine with a bamboo fork? That does not go very well.
Okay, personally, all of the complaints that you have, or sorry, not you, but the general complaints about like paper straws or bamboo, they've never bothered me. Brutally honest, I don't understand why they're being so hated. Like they still work. Maybe they're more of an inconvenience compared to plastic forks or plastic straws, but they still work.
The only issue that I've noticed, especially with the paper straws, is that when they get wet, they start to disintegrate, and then you're inhaling that paper.
Again, I have never had that happen to me. I don't know if I've just been very lucky where I go where there's
drink really fast, or
yeah, actually that's probably the point. Guys, start drinking.
Yeah,
water.
But no, I just like obviously I'm never gonna be like, oh, we like whatever, but like I just eating a poutine with a bamboo fork is like the world's worst.
To me, honestly, brutally honestly, to me, it just feels like the definition of first world problems. Like there are some places where people have to eat with their hands that are not sanitized or clean, and we're complaining about some bamboo forks and paper straws.
I do appreciate that they've made the changes though. Like even with when you see like Gatorade and pop being packaged in like the 6-packs that they do, they have it as cardboard instead of plastic rings.
There's some like those subtle little changes. I think if you go back maybe about 10-15 years, I think there's probably a huge jump in how a lot of this stuff is being packaged to at least be biodegradable.
Well, and that's why I mean I appreciate some of these companies are like at least taking a little bit of that initiative and changing things so we can be a little more environmentally friendly, you know, like. And
I can understand the argument where people are frustrated because it's like it's not enough.
It's not enough, but at least
in a timely fashion. But it's like, listen, again, we are not professionals. We don't know the speed in which these things are being developed or how these things can be developed. But to me, it's like, I don't think we can make these huge monumental jumps so big. We could, maybe all the bureaucracy and the government says otherwise, and they're the roadblock. But we need to be like, okay, we're making these steps. We need to make baby steps towards it. Like, I think making these big leaps, it seems like it's almost impossible at this point. So it's like just these little jumps that we make, because eventually you'll get to a point where you've made so many little jumps that you look back and you go, oh wow, we've actually made like
butterfly effect. That's what it is. These little things create a butterfly effect and change the future. So y'all. No, but these
y'all. Did you say y'all? Y'all.
These little things that people do, they do make a difference in the long run. And they seem small, but at least they make a difference.
Yeah, it's just it all adds up over time, and it's relative.
Exactly. Like the biggest change that I've noticed is going from those plastic rings to cardboard or biodegradable whatever, so that they're not. Because plastic rings, I remember those plastic pop rings used to be a huge problem. Like, because they would end up in water and end up killing fish, or birds would end up with it around their necks. So, like, those plastic rings, now that they're gone, it was a huge difference. It may not seem like it, but it is a huge jump from going to something that could absolutely, like, kill whatever to something that's at least biodegradable.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know if you ever knew that, but...
But
those plastic rings used to be a huge problem for animals.
Sorry, the ring pops?
Yeah, like the plastic, you know, like how pop used to be.
Oh, sorry. My mind was somewhere
how bottled pop used to be?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because like that type of plastic, it's meant to hold weight, so it's a lot more of a tougher plastic.
Like I know that they were like convenient for people shopping.
Yeah, again, that's the whole thing. It's convenience. People are like, well, it's not easy and convenient for me. Like, that doesn't. There's a certain point where I say, like, listen, you have to experience a bit of discomfort before things get better. And I don't know if it's just a Western attitude because we've been in we're with the amount of issues we still have today, we are still absolutely blessed and fortunate to be in the position that we are in as a world. Nowadays, like, we are better off than we were 50 years ago.
Yes.
Like, we're in a place where polio is nearly eradicated, smallpox is nearly eradicated, and there's like a 40 other things I could mention.
And we've only had like one pandemic.
I know, well, just one.
One.
But when you really think about, just the progress we've made and how long we have been in a peacetime here in the Western world, people, like, they don't want any ounce of discomfort because they've gotten almost a little complacent.
Too comfortable.
They're being too comfortable, and that makes people resistant to change because they don't want to go through any discomfort, which I will say is a selfish attitude. It's completely selfish.
Well, I think I totally agree with what you're saying, and the fact that we've come so far in 50 years. 50 years ago, we wouldn't have gone through a pandemic in like less than 2 years. At least.
It's
hard to say, but
it's hard to say.
With our scientists now and with how far the world has come, we got through that pandemic.
We probably would have
relatively
whipped up
quick.
a vaccine. It probably would have taken a lot longer to whip up a vaccine.
We got through COVID-19 relatively quick.
Yeah, again, it seemed like forever ago. But when you look at least around here in Manitoba, from the time that COVID started to like the last restrictions were lifted, 2 calendar years.
Yeah.
That's it. Again, when the Black Death was at its worst, that was like 6 long years of death.
Of just
Death on death
worst.
on death on death.
So when you think about it, we have evolved so much in 50 years that we can beat a pandemic quicker than
and we can fight these climate change issues. But again, it'll take a little bit of discomfort. Just you got to stop being a snowflake.
Don't be so
weak. No,
no, but we've come so far as just a species.
A species. There you go.
Couldn't think of the word, but we've come so far. We've developed so many things scientifically. We've developed way more. So why, like you said, why are people so comfortable all the time? Like, why can't you just try a little bit of difference and make the world better? You know what I mean?
Difference and trying new things is spooky for people. And if you live in more, I hate to bring politics into this, but if you live in a more conservative area, resistance is a lot more, like, resistance to change is a lot more higher than maybe some of the more progressive places in the world. But when you said how far we've come, that if I may, the hopeful side of the story when it comes to climate change, to see how far that we have come, here's some random stats. And again, there are sources, and at the end of this episode, all the sources will be listed. So if you have an issue, go take it up with them. I'm just the messenger.
Cullen just reads off the website.
Pretty much. Instead of the doom and gloom, focus on the progress, the solutions, and how individuals can empower change. And to see how far that we've come, here's some positive trends. For example, solar and wind are cheaper than ever. As of 2023, renewable energy was the cheapest form of power in 2/3 of the world. And it went from being kind of pricey, and then as we develop more research and more innovation, those prices start to come down. For example, electric vehicles. Over 10 million EVs were sold in 2022, which was triple the number sold in 2020.
That's crazy.
Think about that. Like, that is really cool. And over 800 cities worldwide have committed to net zero goals. Over 800 cities in the world. Now, I wish I had a list of exactly which cities, but you have, when they say the word cities, like, that means big cities, like where a majority of the pollution would come from.
So, like, a city like Winnipeg.
You could think, think of
if you're thinking city, think
the Winnipegs, like Winnipeg, Regina, Brandon, Moose Jaw.
Edmonton, all those things.
And another feel-good fact, the number of people who think climate change is important has gone up from 35% in 2000 to nearly 70% today.
That's good.
So the awareness has gone up. People are aware, and they're
just not subject to change.
Well, there's some people I can think of, but we're not going to go there.
We will not.
Now, sorry. The office. There are a set of train tracks right next to the office, and I think a train is passing by right now as we speak. You might have heard over the microphones, but that was a loud. Goodness. Hi, Mr. Train.
I haven't heard a train in a long time, actually, because I don't live anywhere near the trains.
I live right next to the tracks, so go me. Anyway, what are some things that you can do? Because I think, you might be thinking, well, what can I do? Here are some things that you can do at home. You at home can do little things that can make a difference in the long term, okay? Eating less meat can cut your carbon footprint by about 50%, even if it's just 1 to 2 days a week that you have some meat. Because again, when you look at the amount of resources and the effects on the greenhouse gas effect that come from cows, for example, eating less meat can help reduce your carbon footprint.
And change up, and if you're eating less meat, change up your protein. Because there is other proteins other than
it's
just
not
meat.
just beef. Like, yes, beef has a lot of protein, but listen,
If you're-
protein shakes have quite a lot too.
Everybody needs protein. So just because you might cut out some meat doesn't mean you should cut out your protein because you don't want to get unhealthy.
Yeah. We already talked about this, but picking up trash. It helps not just with cleanliness, but it prevents plastics from entering waterways and harming marine life. And
On
that's
Earth
kind of
Day.
important because where does water need to go?
In the body.
Into the body.
On Earth Day, just go pick up some trash. Challenge yourself to pick up at least 10 pieces of trash.
Or on Earth Day, just say, you know what? Get a bag, get some gloves, and I'm going to go clean up my street.
Yeah.
That's
But
cool.
I challenge everybody watching this.
Your neighbors will probably appreciate it. Even though it's a bit of a thankless job sometimes, people do appreciate
I
cleanliness.
challenge every single viewer who watches this episode on Earth Day, April 22nd, pick up at least 10 pieces of trash. And
You heard
send
it.
us proof on Instagram.
You don't want to say no or refuse to her, or else she will.
Just challenge
she'll be
yourself.
upset. Challenge yourself.
It takes about 5 minutes. I'm sure you can find 10 pieces of garbage like that.
Yeah, easily.
It takes 5 minutes, and it helps a little bit. So I'm challenging everybody who's watching this.
You heard it here, folks. Planting trees. Now this one's always awesome.
We love trees.
One of the most affordable climate solutions. You can plant
You can plant.
You can plant a million trees.
Well, that would take a long time.
Well, but you can do it over time. One mature tree absorbs about 48 pounds of carbon dioxide per year.
Wow.
And that's one mature tree. And just think of how many trees are all
One
are
big
all
old tree.
One big old tree.
Just start your own forest. Like buy some farmland and start your own forest.
I would do that actually.
Plant some trees.
I would
Start
do
your
that.
own forest.
Make a wetland.
Yeah, there you go.
Great for the environment. Composting. So this study claims, the EPA claims that composting can divert over 30% of your trash from landfills, which is important because landfills, they are unfortunate where the trash sits there and sits there.
I mean,
sits there.
unfortunately, it's not something we'll ever fully get rid of, I don't think. It's something that's just going to end up having to happen. But the more you compost, the less in landfills.
Here's one that...
We should put that on a t-shirt. The more you compost, the less in landfills.
It's true. Here are some cool environmental wins.
Sure.
Bees are making a comeback. If you remember about 10 years ago, Honey Nut Cheerios, the little bee was missing on the packaging.
I do remember that.
To talk about how the honeybees, they were they were kind of disappearing from some effects of climate change or changes, ecological changes that were just really threatening them. But thankfully, bees, according to the WWF, bees are making a comeback in some areas thanks to urban bee sanctuaries and awareness.
And don't be scared of bees.
Bees are
They're not
virtually
out to
harmless.
get you.
Bees,
Unless
wasps,
you make them mad.
wasps and hornets. Oh, kill as many as you can find.
But don't kill the bees.
But don't kill the bees. Like again, if you leave like bumblebees and honeybees, if you leave them alone, they won't give a flying damn about you either.
Yeah, you're just some giant thing. They don't really
Yeah,
care
like they're
about.
like, listen, man, I just want the pollen. I don't care about your, like, I don't care about the fact that you're a giant. I just want some pollen.
Yeah. So leave the honeybees and the bumblebees alone. Hornets, wasps, kill them all you want, but not the bees.
Sea turtles are starting to nest more safely in areas where light pollution has been reduced on beaches, according to the NOAA Marine
I love
Life.
turtles.
Turtles, they live for a long time, and they're important. So in some areas, bees and turtles are making some
They're
comebacks. So don't be so discouraged when you see like, oh my God, they're all dying. Like there are places where they are coming back too. Like you have to kind of take with the good.
So nice that they're
the good with
starting
the
to come
bad.
back.
Exactly. So we talked about some things that you can do to help the environment, but what can you do on Earth Day? Now, even though Kenzie just challenged you to go pick up 10 pieces of trash, if you want to do some other things that are...
We have a list.
Yeah, we have a list here. These are individual actions that are low effort. Again, for some of you people who don't like effort, low effort, but big impact, okay? Pick up litter at a park, beach, or sidewalk. You will find them there because they're always there. Switch to a reusable water bottle, bag, or coffee mug. That's pretty self-explanatory. Walk or bike somewhere that you'd usually drive. I go biking all the time. It's fun.
So before you keep going, actually, that was the other big change that happened was reusable shopping bags, which again made a huge difference.
Big one. Yeah. Then, I know there are complaints people have about it.
Oh, I have to take one with me everywhere, but you're not.
Just buy a look. If the paper bags annoy you, get a reusable bag.
And just
they're
make
not
sure
that
you have it in your
expensive,
car.
and they last a while.
Yeah. And just keep them in your car. That's what I did before I got in my car accident. I literally had Walmart has these huge bags for when you get a lot of groceries, right? And I just had one of those filled with a bunch of smaller bags. And every time before I'd go into the store, they were sitting in my trunk. I'd just go and grab one.
Exactly.
Then I don't have to worry about
pie.
it. And then if you have enough, then you don't have to worry about leaving some in your house and be like, oh darn, I left it in my house, because you have enough in your car. Have some in your house, have some in your car. My parents have a bunch in both their cars, and they have some in the house too. So,
boom.
And they're 30 cents sometimes, like when you buy them at the store.
They're not pricey.
The big old Dollarama ones, like really big ones, I think are not even 50 cents.
There's
and it's big.
Guys, there's no excuse.
There's no excuse. Just buy a reusable bag. It's not that hard.
If the paper bags annoy you that much, just get reusable bags.
Anyway, that's my rant.
Plant something. A tree. A flower.
Start
an herb,
your own forest.
Or even just... well, I was going to say, or you could just get a house plant. Or start a forest if you have the means and the land.
Start a forest now.
Start a forest. A magical enchanted garden.
Bring some unicorns. Sorry, this is off topic, but yesterday was National Unicorn Day. My computer told me that. In the opening, it was like, National Unicorn Day. I'm like, huh.
Are unicorns even real?
Don't start angering people right now. Continue with your list.
Sort your trash and recycle or compost properly. This is not hard either, okay? Google is your best friend. If you're unsure what can and can't be recycled, go on Google. It's free. It's in your pocket. Again, there's no excuse for this one. There are easy answers out there.
If you're even lazier than that, ask Siri.
Literally. Just if you can't be bothered to type it, just yell at the AI on your phone. Or yell at Alexa.
Yeah. Just yell at something.
Google Gemini, Cortana. Yell at any of them.
If you have one of those home things, just yell at it and be like, what can I compost?
Now, here are some things that this is something that I could definitely improve on, and I think a lot of people could as well. Take a shorter shower. Yeah. 5 minutes or less can save several gallons of water. Water's not free. Okay. You might think that because we have a massive ocean, we're never going to run out of water. Most of that is salt water and we don't even use it. All right. It's the fresh water that that's not finite. And there's a lot less of it than there is salt water.
The other thing I'll say is don't leave your sink tap running when you're brushing your teeth.
Exactly.
Just simple things like that. Don't leave it running when you're brushing your teeth or anything like that. Like while you're actually physically brushing your teeth, turn your tap off. It takes 2 seconds.
Yeah, it takes. We're trying to articulate the fact it doesn't take a lot of effort. Because we both just think, just
too much work.
Get over yourself.
It's
I know we said that we didn't want to be preachy, but there are some parts where it's like you kind of have to be. You kind of have to just kind of grow up a little bit if this is somehow an inconvenience for you.
If turning off your tap while you brush your teeth is an inconvenience to you, I'm concerned, and you should really maybe grow up and I don't know, I'm serious. I'm sorry, but that's like the easiest.
No, yeah, I could just see you just kind of like losing faith in humanity a little bit. Like if that's
too much for you, I can't comprehend how you're still a functioning human.
You're still a functioning human.
Am I wrong? Because, I'm sorry, but it takes, we were taught as kids to turn it off when you're brushing your teeth. So if that's, something you can't do as an adult,
the stuff that we're taught,
own,
see, a lot of the stuff that we're taught as kids, that still applies when you become a grown-up.
When you were a kid and you turned off the teeth,
you turned off your teeth.
Turned off the tap because your parents told you to. That still applies as an adult. That doesn't mean when you get older and you live on your own.
Just because you have an adult and you have free will.
Doesn't mean that you still need to leave it on.
It doesn't give you the right to just not be socially responsible.
So
And plus, your water bill will thank you. We're kind of in a time where things are expensive. Maybe actually commit to some practices to actually help your bill. instead of complaining.
But
Anyway,
please, it saves, like, literally a daily thing you can do is just turn off your tap when you're brushing your teeth. It seems so simple, but it works.
this next one is very, very important. This one thing that I've started doing as well. Unplug unused electronics to save phantom energy, which I'll explain what that is. So phantom energy, also known as standby or vampire power, which is a great name, refers to the electricity consumed by electronic devices and appliances that are plugged in but not actively in use, even when they appear to be turned off. This energy consumption can occur for various features like clocks, LED lights, or receiving remote signals. It's a significant factor in overall energy consumption, potentially accounting for up to 10% of a household's electricity bill.
Jeez.
And if you want some examples, phone chargers, even when they're plugged into the wall but they're not charging anything, that's phantom power that you're wasting. TV, game consoles, computers in sleep mode, microwaves, coffee makers, and kitchen appliances with LED displays. That's phantom power stuff. So if there's stuff that you can afford to unplug it. Well, like especially the phone charger bit. Like literally just unplug the thing out of the wall.
Maybe don't unplug your oven or like your fridge. That's not a very good idea.
No. Leave the fridge on.
But
of course.
Your phone charger, just unplug it when you're done.
Yeah. Or if you have I'm forgetting the word. Like a power block or like a brick or something like that. Or like a splitter. Turn those off. Like when I go to work, I turn that off. And then when I come back, I turn it back on.
I typically turn my power block off when I leave my house. Mostly because I'm also scared of it just spontaneously combusting. No, I've had this like fear as a kid, even as a kid, that if I left like something on and I left the house for a couple days, that I was just gonna come back and my house is on fire.
I think I've had that fear before too.
I've also been electrocuted many a time. This is a random story, but
please tell me you did not jam a fork into a.
No.
Okay.
So when I was living in my old house in Mooseman, I tried to unplug something, but the prongs were still in the outlet.
Okay.
And so it broke, and the prongs were in the outlet. And my bright ass decided to try and take it out with my fingers.
Oh, Kenzie.
I shocked myself, and I apologize for the one word, but it kind of.
We're gonna have to bleep that now.
Sorry, guys.
But it helps illustrate the point that was not a smart decision.
Don't do that, but like.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have to get this like.
Don't put your fingers near live wires. That's kind of what we're saying.
I've got this fear of my house spontaneously combusting, so I turn off like all my like power blocks every time I leave my house. Because I'm like, what if I leave and then it starts a fire and then I come back and I don't have a house anymore. Anyway.
Oh, Mackenzie. Oh, Mackenzie. Okay. 2 more. Support a local farmer's market or eco-friendly business.
I really wish we had more farmers markets around here because I have not seen any.
Probably in the nicer months.
But like, literally, I'm like, if they had them more often, I would totally buy my vegetables from them.
Totally. Like, as fresh and as local as you can get.
Yeah, they'd be so good.
Out of the ground, in the basket.
Yeah, literally.
Dirty carrots. Do you remember that one from episode 1?
Hopefully they're washed.
Hopefully they're washed.
Not like Colin rubbing his carrots and dirt to eat them.
I didn't mean that, okay? What I was talking about was like when you get... Because I don't think they wash the carrots as soon as they come out of the ground. They just yank them out of the ground. They like clean off most of the dirt. So there's still like a little bit of dust and grime on them.
This is a PSA. To wash your vegetables,
yeah, wash
please.
your vegetables. I'm
Don't
just
eat
saying.
Those, like, pesticides,
I'm just saying
man.
when you get those fresh vegetables, but they still have a little bit of that kind of dirt and grime on them. You know that they came right out of the ground. They didn't go through a processing facility. They they came out of the ground and they were just in the basket. Like it's as fresh as you can get. Okay.
Okay. Continue.
Donate your clothes instead of tossing them.
I donate all mine all the time.
Yeah.
Like if something doesn't fit me or I just don't like it anymore, like almost yearly I go through my closet and anything that I don't.
Exactly.
Sometimes I try to sell it. Like
it is incredibly easy. Like for example, Valley Village here, you just go to their drop-off place to say, "Hey, I got some clothes." Okay, bye.
You literally drive up. They know you're there. They come out with a bin. You throw the bag in the bin and you leave. It is. I think
so
sometimes
easy.
They give you like a coupon or something.
Yeah, exactly. And that. Because like when you think of all the ingredients it takes to make clothes, like all the cotton, polyester, spandex, all that stuff, that's a lot of stuff because, nowadays humans wear clothes. We're not naked beings anymore. Good. So we wear clothes. We wear a lot of clothes. So a lot of clothes get made. So that's a lot of textiles that get made. So to toss it all out, like, I mean, yeah, there are times where clothes are just
if they're absolutely shredded or ripped or.
Again, if you want other ways to make use of clothes, if there's like old socks
make rags out of them.
Make rags out of them.
That's what my dad used to do.
We do that at home.
Just like cut up t-shirts.
We do that at home.
Here's another life hack for clothing if you're in the Brandon area or if you're in an area that has a Plato's Closet. Plato's Closet will pay you for your used clothes. But they have to be in excellent condition.
Yeah.
And they're usually like higher end brands like Lululemon, Garage, like anything that's super name brand. They typically will take as long as it's in perfect condition.
Yeah.
Like,
so, but if it's not like that, take it to Value Village Plus, because then that allows someone who may not be as financially well off, they can get clothes at a good price, and that is beneficial to the community.
Or even if you donate them to a facility, like if you have a homeless shelter.
Exactly.
Or if there's a homeless shelter in your area,
or if the Red Cross, or if there's
a
a tragedy and like the Red Cross needs stuff immediately. Because unfortunately, just the world we're in, there's something going on all the time.
Yeah.
So trust me, there's someone out there who doesn't matter what that shirt's been through, they will take it because it's better
twice
than nothing.
before you throw your clothes away.
Exactly.
Or literally anything else. Think multiple times before you throw something away because somebody else could reuse it.
Exactly. And yeah, so those are things that you can do on Earth Day. Because we spend a lot of time, I'll just quickly recap. Pick up litter at a park, switch to reusable water bottles, bags, or coffee mugs, walk or bike somewhere that you usually drive, plant something, sort your trash, recycling, and composting properly, take a shorter shower, unplug unused electronics, support a local farmer's market, and donate your clothes instead of tossing them.
And I'll just make a note on the walk or bike thing. If it's like an hour across town,
don't subject yourself to pain. But if it's a 5-minute trip to the grocery store and you're only going to pick up 2 things, walk or get a backpack and go bike. I do that all the time.
But we're not telling you all the time you have to walk everywhere. Yeah. Like if you're trying to go halfway across the city and it's a far place.
If it's minus 40 or it's like a hurricane outside,
obviously protect your well-being first.
Protect your well-being. But if there is a time where you don't need to drive, don't drive.
But guess what, guys? We're in the summer months almost. It is, I'm not even kidding, it's supposed to be plus 18 today. Go for a walk.
I'm going to fact check. Sorry, keep talking. I'm just going to fact check you.
It said at about 2 o'clock, I think it's supposed to be plus 18. But we're getting into the double digits weather now. Even just go for a walk. Like if you have to go the look of shock.
What?
It's plus 17 out there right now.
Oh my God.
It is plus 17 outside right now.
Cut this episode. We're going outside and we're going to go sunbathing.
Literally, if it's nice out and you want to go to the grocery store and it's like a 5-minute little drive, it'd be a 10-minute walk. Go for a walk or go for a bike.
And also, it's good exercise. Treat your body nicely. You get one of them. You only get one body, you get one earth. Treat them nicely.
Enjoy the good weather because we are finally rounding out around the good weather.
Especially around here in Manitoba where good weather doesn't seem to come around too often.
Enjoy it.
Exactly. Get Dairy Queen ice cream. Just like if you want ice cream, go to the ice cream place because there are so many parlors.
Throw away and recycle your container.
Be responsible with it. Please be responsible with it. But
that sounds like this sounded like when you said please be responsible. I was waiting for you to please drink responsibly.
Please drink responsibly. Please eat ice cream responsibly because if you eat too much, your belly gets a little.
Or if you're lactose intolerant like me, if you eat any of it.
If you're lactose intolerant, get some lactose-free ice cream, or just maybe have a have a slushie instead.
But don't litter, recycle your stuff, and just make sure that you are thinking about the environment and everything you do because, like we said, it'll be around for your children or grandchildren, your grandchildren's grandchildren. It's going to be around for many, many people to come. And if you want your children and your grandchildren to have a good life on this earth, you need to start taking action.
I think that's a really good way to end off the part 1. This is going to do it for part 1 here in the studio. We are now going to leave the studio and we are going to go pick up some trash and help out our community and make it look a little more clean. So
we will see you there.
All right. We'll see you out on the streets. Welcome to part 2.
It's windy.
It's windy. The wind is a little chilly, but the sun is fantastic outside, which is why I look like I'm dressed for summer, because it is actually really nice outside.
It is. It's just windy once in a while.
Yeah, it's just windy. So today is trash pickup day. We are going to be picking up some trash, and we're going to make the community...
That's what trash pickup day is.
What?
You said it's trash pickup day. We're going to pick up some trash.
Well...
I was like, well, that's what trash pickup day is, man.
listen, some people get confused, aka me. So
Well, yeah.
basically,
We gathered.
We're outside in a random parking lot. We're not at the Keystone Center. No. But first we want to actually do a really quick little MTV, or what's the old show called? Pimp My Ride. Cullen has gotten a new car about a month ago.
If you saw it on our Instagram post, you would know.
It's not brand spanking new. It's a 2014.
It's dirty.
Yeah, I maybe should have thought about that a little bit more. But I got a 2014 Volkswagen Tiguan. I've heard multiple pronunciations of it. But
Tiguanian.
it's my baby, and this is going to be the car we're going to travel in today. The company vehicles that we have shown in several of our episodes, they might still pop up in some of our episodes this coming
Probably
summer.
over the summer if we go far enough.
We just wanted to show off the new traveling vehicle for the time being. So without further ado, are you ready to go pick up some trash?
Let's go pick up some trash.
Let's clean up the city.
Let's go.
All right, so we are gonna go and find places where there is a abundance of trash. So, you know, because when we were planning for this episode, we were thinking, okay, where are some areas in town that are the most trashy?
Hey, look, I see trash.
We see trash. This
The
actually
most trashy, the way you just said that. Was
the most
lovely.
trashy. And I think we should go to maybe one of the public parks first, because parks are where people can
Maybe not one that's super crowded, because people scare me.
Because people scare you.
Yeah.
No, I think any of the public parks usually is where you can, unfortunately, encounter a lot of littering. So I say maybe let's go check out one of those first,
Sure.
and we'll drive maybe past maybe a couple parks and just see which ones kind of have the most dirty. Yeah, which park is the trashiest? And I already think
The
we should
inside
go.
scoop.
We should go check out. We'll go check out the one park on First Street by Crocus Plains High School, because I know that's a
Yeah.
bit of a well, sorry, I shouldn't say it's not busy all the time, but it is a popular park destination, and maybe we'll we'll kind of pass by it and we'll see. Hey, is this
Do a little drive-by.
we're gonna do a drive-by.
Do a drive-by.
Do a drive-by, GTA style.
Yeah.
We do not endorse drive-bys
No.
or gang activity or behavior. We do not endorse that on KC Chronicles.
We just thought it was funny.
But that being said, our gang is the KC gang. Our colors are blue and
yellow.
Blue and yellow. Once we kind of find a place to park, you know, we can kind of go for a little walk around the area and just pick up anything that possibly, you know, spots or like things like that catch our eye.
Do you got a prize for me if I win? If I get like 5 pieces of trash, I feel like I should get a prize.
5 pieces? You want a prize after 5 pieces?
Okay, fine. If I pick up 20 pieces of trash, I should get some. I should get some prize. Like some money.
The prize is the feeling, feeling that the sense of accomplishment that you helped pick up.
Will I have a sense of accomplishment? Probably not. I'm just kidding. Kidding.
It's not positivity, Kenzie. We're trying to turn the frowns upside down. Think positive, happy thoughts.
So tired, man.
I'm tired.
It's been
too.
a long day.
I think I see some little.
Minute
bits of
muffler and
garbage.
brake. Why does the ambulance need a muffler and brake?
Sorry, excuse me.
Ambulance needs a muffler and a brake.
Oh, it's that minute muffler and brake. Well, you know, they got to keep the emergency service.
Do you think we're gonna look like absolute insane people?
No. If people think that you're insane for picking up trash, I think that's what.
Oh my god, that's a little library. We should check that
I was
out.
gonna say there's some trash right.
No,
along
I
this
wasn't
ditch
saying the trash. I was saying that's a little library. There's free books in there. We should check it out.
here. We're here to pick up trash. Okay, so we have we're here at the park. I can
What
already
books?
see some. I can see some areas down in the ditch. There's some areas around here, so we'll get all the equipment ready and we'll let's pick up some trash. We are ready. so we went and
Grabbing
picked up-
your attention.
I am grabbing that attention. Okay, so we got some gloves, we've got some compostable bags, even though I do see a garbage bin right there, so we can just empty these out. And we have one of these little kind of trash grabbers, because there is some areas with sitting water.
I was gonna say you should give it to me so I can grab you by the hair and just yank.
Just grab me by the hair and pull hair out of my scalp. So we have some areas.
There's
so
some
we're
right
just
behind
gonna, We're gonna get started and let's clean up.
So I'm right there.
Oh, we've already got a start here. Yeah, so we already have some starts here.
Let's see if we can pick it up.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a Fanta bottle. Or a Fanta can.
Don't you want a Fanta? And remember, we gotta separate these. Why don't we keep one for trash and one for recycling?
Okay, hold on. I have some. I
This
have
would be
a,
the recycling bag.
I have a recycling.
Yeah, so
Picked up a Coke can earlier.
whether this is a montage or it's just straight footage of
hold
us
on.
picking up
Let's have a
trash,
plastic lid.
enjoy. Okay, so already
Here.
some trash around here. Now that's
I see Tim's
that's
garbage.
wood, so I don't know if wood is something that Yeah, that's plastic.
Oh, there's food in it.
Yeah, that's gonna be some trashy stuff there.
I have a
there's some
water bottle.
Paper. There's plastic in here.
I have a water bottle.
Oh, here, let's trade. Let's trade. I'll give you that.
Oh. Gross, brother.
Brother.
It's a good thing we bought that grabber.
That's true. Yeah, grabbing this grabber was
Grabbing the grabber.
Grabbing the grabber. This was like $15 at Canadian Tire. So if this sounds like something that you might be interested in. Oh, this is
I guess go to Canadian Tire.
wet paper.
Ooh.
Do you think this is recyclable even though it's like wet?
Probably not.
Might just toss it. Yeah.
It's a juice box, I think.
Which
juice boxes are garbage?
Say, I'm gonna apologize for anyone if there's something that we should have thrown out or that's something that we should have recycled. We apologize. We're just trying to.
We're not good at this.
We have to kind of make these decisions on the fly, based on if it's been contaminated with too much water, does that make it unrecyclable? Does that
There's
change
water
it from,
already in my
from
shoe, I think.
recycling to trash? It's hard to tell, right?
Yeah, we
So
look like crazy people out here.
there's nothing I don't think there's a crazy system of we don't look crazy by picking up trash. We're doing a service.
I feel like we
here.
just look like we're just odd. Like we look like out of place, you know what I mean?
Well, I think that's a sad
Yeah.
reflection on today's society. If picking up trash makes you look out of place. Oh,
What's
little
that?
thing, that's a bit of plastic. We should name these things out. Like, hey, plastic. See anything else? Oh yeah, we got some bags, paper bags. This.
Wait, hold on. It's a
up?
book.
Is that a book?
I am so offended. That's a book. Probably from the Free Little Library too.
Oh, it's a war book, I think. Okay, people, let's not be throwing. It's like a heritage book. Look at it.
I would take it if I could restore it, but I can't. It's been sitting in water for way too long. I don't think we can restore
No,
it.
we can't.
Get some footage of that and be like, PSA.
So
Don't do this, people.
It's like a Canada 150. Guys, let's not be throwing out books.
Especially right when the Free Little Library is right there. There's a Free Little Library right behind us.
So, I guess we have to.
If you don't know what a
Toss
Free
it.
Little Library is, you want to throw the camera on me for a sec? If you don't know what the Free Little Library is, there's usually some in your town, and if you don't want a book, put them in there. If you can't sell it, put it in there because people will get them.
Yeah,
I'm serious. I'm so passionate about this. This makes me so
Whoever
mad.
did this, shame on you. I guess we have to toss it, unfortunately.
That's bull.
That
Sorry,
is
I know we're gonna have to maybe.
do a bleep, but it's
Bleep
okay.
that, but that's
that
bull.
is not okay. That's a bit of a plastic.
That is
cup there.
complete BS, man.
This trash grabber. I feel like we should have grabbed two, but
Probably.
whatever.
That
No.
big old bag's
don't
gonna-
tell me this is another book.
It's a game.
It's or it's a movie. Is this Shazam? What is this? It's a movie,
What is our world, man? That big old bag's
a
gonna have to
movie.
go too.
yeah.
We might want to.
Can you identify this? I don't even know what it
Hold
says.
on, the side says Mike.
Oh,
Like
like
Mike?
Like
Mike. Like Mike on DVD.
Also,
on.
don't throw your DVDs out, man.
was
There's a
gonna
thrift
say-
store for a reason.
It's empty.
Still, there's a garbage for a reason. I guess.
Put that away.
That big. We'll
then
grab
yeah.
that big old bag and probably throw it directly into the trash bin.
Yeah.
that's over
Let's
there. I'll also put that book in there. I'll take it out here.
Hold on. Okay. So first little bit here.
I'm just gonna take the book out because I think I still got room. I just don't want to, waste these compostable.
Oh,
No,
shoot.
don't do that. It was an accident.
It's all right. Because I just have some very simple recycling here with no mud, I'll just dump this out.
Yeah,
and
I'm
keep
just
the
gonna-
bag. I can afford that. I can already see some trash on here, so let's pick that up, and then we'll hit that side of the trench there.
Okay.
So we'll take some recycling here, and we will just success. All right, first ship's a success. Let's press on.
Anyway, back to our
Plastic is one of those unfortunate silent killers, because it's an incredibly
Something
cheap resource, but it has such a negative impact on the environment, right?
Someone was eating creamy garlic dipping sauce from Pizza Pizza. Let's do this side first.
Water.
There's some plastic already, I see.
I'll tread through it. I've got the steel toes. I'll tread through the water here.
And then I'll just kind of sit
Yeah.
somewhere by.
Again, this thing is the greatest thing we've ever.
I'm just gonna go to the other side.
I will say, I think this is actually kind of fun. It's like I don't know. It's just like one of those
I feel like
tasks.
I'm
You
sticking
start
to the
it,
ground.
and you want to get it done, and you want to clean up, and it's rewarding when you do that. Hold on. There's some water in. I just don't want water to spill all over you. There you go.
That would be nice if I didn't have water all over me.
Oh, I'm mucking through the mud, but it's all right. These are my old steel toes. They're a little, oh, Kenzie found some trash. And I found, is this a lottery ticket? No, it's an advertisement for a burger.
I saw something somewhere.
Behind you, over on your right here, there's some cans.
Yeah.
Got a little advertisement thingamajig.
You wanna?
Oh, sorry. You.
I just saw a pudding thing on the side.
Yeah.
So I was like, I ran
Actually,
right up to get it.
I'd say really quickly, let's give a shout out to the cameraman. We've got Connor again with us. Big shout out to Connor. Thank you for taking the time to help us out, because for us to record and pick up at the same time would be a bit of a hassle. So thank you, Connor. You're the superhero today.
Don't flood his ego too.
No, I'll do it. He deserves it. He's very graciously lent his time to us. Oh, look at this. Okay, I'm gonna step in the shallow.
Oh, don't tell. Oh, that's a Subway.
Old Dutch chips. And this is 7-Eleven, maybe Subway. Maybe like you said. Sorry, just water. My goodness. You got it there.
Yeah, just crushing it down.
Another bit of plastic here. And again, if we happen to miss something that you might see on the TV, again, we apologize.
We're doing our darndest.
It's in every direction. They're all different colors, shapes, and sizes, and transparency. So it's hard to.
Sorry, I found more cans.
Got some bits.
Someone
up here.
was drinking Twisted Teas out here.
Here, I've created a little pile here.
Here's some recycling.
Oh, perfect. I would do this for 12 hours if I wanted to. Oh, bottle. Thank you very much. Oh, I missed something over here. I think these are McDonald's fries. Am I right? I'm on the money. McDonald's fries.
There's some stuff over there.
Sorry, I spoke too soon. Over here. Thankfully, this is more of a dry area. It's not too wet or muddy.
Lots of Tim's lids I'm seeing.
I know lots of Tim Hortons. Like I think easily the thing that, well, I can see how maybe there's a lot of Tim Hortons because there is a Tim Hortons down the street, so maybe that's why. But yeah, Tim Hortons is what we've come across the most so far. What is this?
Pop-Tart wrapper.
Pop-Tart.
Someone was eating their Pop-Tarts and then they were just like, hey, Starbucks, I see Starbucks.
I could go for some Pop-Tarts. Oh, plastic.
Do you want to run and I'll just kind of hold for a sec?
Sure.
We'll stay here for a sec?
You can do some commentary.
Yeah.
Do you want me just to dump this?
Throw
out the bag. Just
get a new bag because there's lots of mud in that
I'll
one.
be back in a jiff.
He said to do commentary. I don't know what to do. Are you guys enjoying my dancing? I really hope he puts this in the episode. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna actually. I don't get out much, guys. Oh. I don't get out much. It's the most fun I've had. It's not even fun, but like, you should do this in your neighborhood. Did that seem very believable? No? Okay. My hair is in my face. Holy moly. I see a bottle, so we're gonna go pick up the bottle. What not to do with your plastic bottles. Right here is not to do with your plastic bottles. Oh, there's still stuff in that. I'm not touching, I'm not opening that. Don't want to smell it. You guys enjoying this? Hope you are. I hope these camera angles don't make me look bad. Look at him over there, taking forever. Disappointed. So disappointed. Should have been back already. We could have picked up the rest of this trash over here and been on the other side by now. But we're not. And you want to know why? Because he's taking so dang long. I have long enough to fix my hair. Cannot believe this guy.
I have bags. My hat.
We talked about nothing but great, awesome things about you.
She didn't do that, did she? Cameraman, can you vouch? Okay.
Talked all good. Picked up some plastic bottles while you were gone. Had enough time to fix my hair.
I have a bunch. Oh, sorry. I have a bunch of bags in my pocket.
I had enough time to fix my hair.
Perfect.
Because you took
that's half the battle.
forever.
Right there. Hey. Hey, that's half the battle.
Oh yeah. Hey. Hey, there's like the other third of this paper straw. You wanna?
My grabber fell. Oh, did I? Oh, sorry. I thought I somehow had the bag by like the non-open side, and I was
But,
like,
like-
no, it's all gonna fall out. Okay. Let's
The
keep going
booty.
here.
There was a juice box somewhere.
So I'm like, again, more Tim Hortons remnants. Like what?
Juice box.
Ah, Tim Hortons reference. Oh, more Tim Hortons. It's all Timmies. All Timmies, eh?
Someone was smoking.
No smoking, guys.
Don't smoke. It's bad for you.
Gum.
I'll walk away from you.
She's walking away from the gum. Piece of gum, Kenzie?
This is an actual cup.
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 Don't throw. Do not.
I
That
was
is
trying
a
to find a
no-no.
way to show you that it was an actual cup.
I believed you. I didn't need.
Well-
You didn't need to throw that on the ground.
Maybe we should take it, clean it, and put it at the thrift store.
Something over here. Oh, it's like. Oh, it's cardboard. Okay, well, this is getting full, so I think we might need to do a recycle empty.
I went all the
We've
way.
got some recyclables here.
Oh, that's awesome. So happy for you.
Well, I found a big piece of cardboard here, so I was saying we should do a recycling empty soon.
Yeah.
Well, that's a plastic bottle with trash inside of it.
There's a couple things. I see something. It's a can of Red Bull.
Red Bull gives you wings. Little.
I found.
What is that? Oh, it's a bottle
Don't know
cap.
what that is.
Bottle cap. This is the thing. Trash hides so easily.
I found a dryer sheet.
She found a dryer sheet. Oh, let's go take a look at this. She found a dryer sheet. Can I
Dryer
give that to
sheet.
you?
Yeah, just give me a second.
And actually, you can give that can to me.
I fell over.
It's okay.
Give me. Oh, I thought you were
Okay,
giving me the trash grabber.
Sorry.
I was like,
let's
I
go.
love that.
Let's go empty now, or at least I'm gonna empty.
I think I found a piece of somebody's car.
A piece of somebody's car? It's like an electronic. Well, either way.
I'm gonna throw it away.
Drop her on in. All right, so second bag. Well, I guess this is kind of like a bag and a half.
Little doggy.
Let's kind of get some of the dripping water out of there. Okay, onwards and sideways. Down this trench here, I saw a lot of stuff. So let's, well, because like we started going this way. Now
Yeah.
let's turn back the other way now. So we've got stuff all throughout here. Jolly Rancher. It's a weird shaped Jolly Rancher.
It's a shtick.
Yeah, it's a shtick.
President's
More
choice.
of that book. Okay, how is this book ending up in like so many different places? I don't get how that is. Like it's
Somebody
like a book.
like shredded that thing.
Yeah, someone was like ripping pages out of it. Receipt. And
More
whatever.
paper?
Piece of plastic. Are you okay?
Yep, good. Hey, and to our right, while we're chilling,
Aha!
there's a textile recycling.
So
So if you're closed,
There's a textile recycling here at Kin Park on First Street.
I don't know if that's fitting in here, man.
Can you
You're
try
better
and-
to take that all the way that way. But yeah, if you're closed, if you can't donate it, if it doesn't fit, right here, you can recycle it.
I second that.
I see some stuff.
It seems like most of the trash kind of hides in ravines. I'm sorry.
Well, I think that this was all littered before snow,
You think so?
because this is exactly where the snow would melt.
Right, and it would carry, and the water could carry
Specifically,
a lot
the
of
stuff that was really deep in the mud and water, I would say for sure were
Yeah,
done before.
I agree. Oh, there's a Kit Kat thing
Yeah, I
back
know.
here.
I was waiting for you to go grab that, because I'm not putting my hand in the water.
Got it. I got it.
How many times did it take Colin to get in that? 12.
Nope.
There's some deer poo. Lots of deer poo.
Huh?
The deers be pooing.
The deers be pooing.
Did you see it? There's piles
Well,
of deer
we don't
poo.
have to pick that up. That's.
I really
it's
don't want to
okay.
pick up deer poo. They're not my dog. I barely want to pick up my dog's poo.
Well.
But pick up your dog
That's what
poo.
you got to do. That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do.
I'm gonna
Back
probably just
to the bins.
I'm gonna probably just do a new bag because
Yep.
mine's very muddy.
I have a bunch of them in my pocket.
That's a good answer.
You say that's a good answer.
Yeah, I did.
You have to keep new bags in your pocket or else.
Shit, we've been here like 3 times.
So I didn't really have a whole lot this time around, but oh no!
No, pass me a bag. My bro. My bag, bro.
My bag, bro. My bag, broski.
Brother,
where's the bag?
So I've filled 2 bags plus
I have
that
filled
book.
about a bag and 3/4, almost 2 bags. So yeah, we've got a. If actually, Cameron, if you want to show actually behind you, let's. We did from the end of that ravine, right where the textile is. We went all the way down, across. We went to the street. Now we're gonna clean up this ravine, and I think that'll be it for this place. And maybe we'll go briefly to a second place, but I think that'll be it here, because generally here in this open area, I'm not really seeing much of anything. So it just kind of seems like mainly in these ravines is where we have to target. So maybe we'll hit up one more place after this, and then we'll call it for a day. Because even though it's nice to pick up, like a whole side of the city's worth of trash, we're only 2 people, and thankfully,
I have school tomorrow.
And Kenzie has school tomorrow. I have work in the
I'm not
morning.
staying out till 10 in the morning or 10 at night to do this, just so that I see it. I don't know why
You see it? Good.
I don't know why you just tried to clip me out with that thing.
This trash grabber. It's a fun kind of.
Does it work very well?
It does.
Are you struggling?
It does when you use it correctly.
It does when Cullen's not stupid.
It's another notch in her being mean to me. What? Actually, I think one of the earliest jokes I had was was you saying because you said something that like made you seem nice, and then I said I beg to differ. So I guess
that was in the first or second episode.
Yeah, no, that was the first episode. So maybe that was
okay,
like
hold on, I'm gonna come around.
Yeah, so maybe I did start, and then since then everything's just been self-defense with you. Goodness me. Oh goodness me. This was.
We should really just like have a compilation of just that moment of you trying to pick up that singular
We
can.
should probably make a compilation of all the times I tried to pick up trash but failed.
Have a counter. Every time Cullen tried to pick up garbage and failed miserably.
Take a drink. Yeah.
You'd be drunk within like 2 seconds.
Well, no, I was gonna say don't take a shot or else you'll be drunk very, very quickly. Well, here, Kenzie, while we're picking up trash, I want to ask you, if you look at a lot of studies, it seems that Gen Z, and millennials to a degree as well, but Gen Z seems to be the generation that cares the most about climate change and the climate crisis. Mm-hmm. Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I feel like we live in such a I feel like we live in such a social media like populated world that it's almost like cool on social media to care. I guess.
So you think it's a bit of a trend?
Maybe, like, I don't know if that sounds, but that's kind of what I think is more of a trend.
Yeah, I mean, there's no wrong answers. It's just what
I think it's a trend on social media, but I think people do genuinely care. It's just, I think it started, like, our generation started as, like, it's a trend or it's cool to like the environment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or to kind of, or stick it to the man when they don't want to care about it, kind of.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think there's some validity in there. I think a lot of it does stem from, young people, we're going to be inheriting this earth. We have the most time on this earth. So we want to take care of it, and we want to make sure, that's just a leaf.
So, big old leaf.
We want to take care of it, and we want to make sure that it's sustained for as long as we can. So, and just things like this.
Right by your foot. Oh, you just stepped on it.
Oh, sorry, did I step on it? Aha, I see what you mean. So, us doing just these small little acts, it's every little step is a difference, because
I don't know if schools still do it, but if they don't, schools should do.
Yeah, schools absolutely should be.
Trash pickup. Oh, I'm in some. I'm stuck to the ground.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, some of this mud, it kind of gives you an extra. Yeah, it takes you an extra
Picks
second
you
to
up.
walk it. Ooh.
There's a garbage right there.
Oh, perfect. Okay, I'm gonna leave that here just for a
Cullen,
second.
you just littered and it's on camera.
We're just gonna leave it here just for a second. We'll come back. I know. Beef jerky. Beef jerky's really good.
I like beef jerky, yeah.
Connor, you like beef jerky?
That's what we
Yes.
need to bring on our summer trips.
Beef jerky?
Some beef jerky in the car.
I could go for some
And then we
jerky.
could have a beef jerky segment.
I can't, I can't. I try not to, I try and stay away from it
That's
a little
a
bit.
leaf.
That's a leaf, sorry. It's hard to tell them
Are you
apart.
stupid? No, I'm just kidding.
There's one right over there.
Yeah, I see it. Anyway, sorry.
No, I try and stay away from beef jerky because once I eat one piece, I'll then want to eat like 3 bags worth of it, and then I get a bellyache, and it's not good.
Well, I'm just saying we should every episode like try a new. Like every time we travel, we should buy a new kind and like try it.
Oh, so it's like
Jerky review.
jerky review.
Would you guys like that? Would you watch that?
Just keep talking.
Yeah. I feel like if we did a jerky review at the start of our like travel episodes, sadly it wouldn't probably be sponsored, but like maybe we could get a beef jerky brand to sponsor us. If you're a beef jerky brand and you're watching this, you should sponsor us.
I just see you smiling.
No, I was just saying if we do this beef jerky, do this beef jerky review at the beginning of our like travel episodes, and then maybe one day we can get a beef jerky sponsor. That's what I said. I said if you're a beef jerky brand, sponsor us.
Kenzie's full of good ideas.
But I feel like that would be a fun idea. Like do at the beginning of our travel episodes, do a little like new beef jerky review. See how many different things we could try.
Do a jerky review?
Yeah, I think it could be so much fun. Plus, I really like beef jerky, so. Is that mold or is that an Oreo? I can't tell.
Is that mold or an Oreo?
Well, it's white and black.
Let's taste it.
It's white with black spots. I just can't tell if it's like an Oreo ice cap or if it was like
It's probably that.
mold.
Well, it's probably both actually.
A little bit of both.
Just grab it. There you go.
I like causing pain for Colin, mentally.
You hear that? Mentally.
He's
she
already
said.
mentally a little special. so-
Oh, is this someone's like vape
That
cover?
is totally a vape.
Guys. Oh.
You threw it at me.
Guys, don't drop.
Don't
Guys,
drop your
don't
vapes.
be littering with your vapes. You know better.
You imbeciles.
And with that, I think we have done the ravines.
No.
Okay. I think that wraps it up for this place.
I'm gonna just throw this whole bag away.
Actually, it's not a lot of mud, it's just water. We're just gonna toss the bag.
Yeah.
Kin Park is now a little cleaner thanks to us.
Yeah.
Again,
did it.
on Earth Day, public parks are a great place to go because again, that's where a lot of trash unfortunately ends
Yeah.
up. So, oops,
He drops the trash.
as I dropped the monster can. So, Kin Park, a little cleaner now. We're gonna head out to the second place, so let's get back in the car. Okay, so we're off to our second place, and this second place is going to be a parking lot, because, spoiler alert, the part 1 and part 2 were being filmed on different days. Secrets revealed. But after we filmed part 1, we went and picked up the supplies this past Saturday. It is now Tuesday. And when we went to Canadian Tire, we noticed the parking lot actually had a fair amount of trash in it, at least on that day. My phone fell in my pocket. Yeah, so we noticed that the parking lot did have a fair amount of trash in it, so we thought, hey, what's kind of maybe a smaller place close by that we can go to? Parking lots. That's unfortunately, parking lots can also be a bit of a magnet for trash. Well, virtually almost everywhere it seems to be, but just those big areas where lots of people will gather all at once in some fashion, that's where you're gonna find, where the people go in mass, that's where you're gonna find the trash.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Someone trashed their parfait by the looks of it.
and I'm gonna park right next to it.
You're like, this is mine, or
Yeah.
claimed.
I'm,
Can eat the rest.
I'm claiming ownership over this dropped ice cream.
So he can eat the rest.
Exactly right.
He's hungry.
Okay, we're here at the parking lot. Let's get the bags back out and let's do part 2 of the cleanup. We're here in the parking
Actually
lot.
scared me.
Did I?
Yeah.
She's been coughing this entire time.
Not this entire time.
I forgot my sweater at the office, so I'm gonna freeze, but it's okay. We're gonna truck along.
We're gonna make this super quick, this part, because we obviously don't want to
Yeah, we're
be out
and
here
we're-
for like
and we're-
hours.
We're running a little thin on daylight, so we're just gonna
Do a little more, and
do around. All right.
y'all,
We're
you
doing
might
like
not- you might
let's
not
like
see it.
speed run this trash.
you might not see it in the actual episode, but Colin spent a good chunk of time trying to get his trunk open. There's some over here. And our cameraman Connor actually got it open. First try.
First try, he did it.
There is footage, but we probably won't put that in the video for Cullen's sake.
No, it's okay. I might put in a little bit of it.
Just a little blooper reel of you.
Put it in right now. Yeah, my trunk is it has an issue where it doesn't want to work. I put some.
It works for Connor.
Well, yeah.
I think
for
you're
sure.
the issue.
No, you just gotta really like clamp onto it. You have to put like some like. I put some WD-40 on it, but
Someone went to McDonald's. Sorry.
someone went to McDonald's. Yeah, I put some WD-40 in it, and it honestly didn't help.
We're gonna fill one bag. How about that? Fill
Let's
the
do it.
bag as full as we can get it.
Fill the bag. Yeah,
And
sorry
then-
guys, we're cutting the second part maybe just a little shorter just because
It's getting chilly.
It's chilly and this is my fault. I brought my sweater, but I left it at the office, so that wasn't really.
I think I saw it like in your cup. You didn't even put it in the bag, man. I think I saw it in your cubby too, and I didn't say anything.
And she didn't say anything. Well, thank you. This is a great
I
song
put
too.
my hand up on your hip when I dip, you dip, we dip. I put my hand up on your hip when I dip, you dip, we dip. You don't know that song? It's a chicken fry song from Burger King.
I don't even know that song, but I pretend.
Chicken fries from Burger King? No? Okay.
Chicken fries, what? It's a song called Chicken
No,
Fries.
it's a song about the chicken fries from Burger King.
a song about the chicken fries?
Yeah. Oh.
Goodness me.
I just like
Goodness.
knocked that right out.
Goodness.
Goodness gracious.
Goodness.
Oh my lord.
We're Tim's, eh?
We should count the times that there's Tims in this video and take a shot every time there's a
I
Tims.
think it's honestly been the most frequent thing. I mean,
Yeah.
that's how you know that Casey Chronicles is from Canada, because there's Tim Hortons virtually everywhere. We're Gen Z. Oh,
Elbowing me.
is that a key?
Somebody has lost a key. Brother. Do you think it's a key to something important? Should we go on a treasure hunt to find where it opens?
A treasure hunt to find out when it opens.
Yeah, we just kind of
How many locks are in this damn city?
We try them all. Casey Chronicles series.
There's something going with the water.
What door can we open? Wait, yeah. What
And
door
then-
can we open?
Kenzie, I need your garbage bag.
Why do you sound like frickin' someone from Sesame Street?
Ernie, I need the trash bag.
I'm not Ernie. Hey, man.
I'm Bert. She's Ernie.
What?
If I'm Bert, are you Ernie? I think I'm Bert because Bert's the
I don't know
one.
if we can physically fit anything else in this bag without trying to find a garbage can right now.
It's gold. What?
So you can try tying it. I'll take the grabber. Get camera guy.
When I put my hand up on your hip. When I grab your hip with the trash grabber.
Hold on, let's see if we can transition this. We gotta make that a transition, Colin.
Huh?
I just went like this to the camera lens. We gotta make it a transition to like some. Colin, you have some. Yeah,
Sorry.
there.
Sorry, it's cold.
Don't need to see those gold diggers.
Ah!
They're looking
Please.
at us. They're looking at us. I think it's a matter of strength, man.
Brother, how do you do that?
You're so very carefully tying that.
Well, it's hard to do it with. You have nails. Don't break your nails, girl. Your nails.
They're. I'll let you in on a secret. They're glue on. These ones
No,
are.
and they're not.
These ones are. There you go. It's tied. We'll meet you back at the office. So we did it. We went and picked up some trash.
We went and picked up some trash. So we got about a combined, I think about 4 or 5 bags, plus some extra kind of bigger, like cardboard.
Things that we couldn't fit in the bags.
Yeah, so, just doing our little part for Earth Day coming up. And
Now, don't forget, I challenged you to go pick up some trash yourself. So
Yeah.
send us those pictures, send us some videos on Instagram or TikTok, and we will respond and we will repost it on our story and be like, these people will listen to us. I feel like we should do that. So if you are picking up trash or doing anything on the day of Earth Day or before, send us some proof and we will post you on our story and shout you out a little bit.
And just help out your community in any way that you can on Earth Day. In part 1 of the episode, we listed all the different ways that you can help out in your community, in your city, for Earth Day. So try and get out and do something for your community. And everyone appreciates it, and it's every little step goes to helping to maintain the planet and maintain Mother Earth and nature.
If you forgot, our
socials are Casey_Chronicles 2024, TikTok and Instagram. So please send us videos, pictures of you doing it, and we will post you on our story and shout you out personally if you do that.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And from Kenzie and Colin, thank you very much for watching today's episode, and we hope to see you next time.
Yeah.
And thank you
yeah.
to
Mr.
Mr. Connor, for being the cameraman today. We appreciate his big efforts.
Actually, he's been joining us on some of these shoots, working in the studio with us. So Connor will be a frequent character, especially this summer. So thank you to Connor.
The faceless character.
The faceless character. But thank you to our camera guy. Thank you for everybody who let us do this. And we just appreciate everybody supporting us because we do some crazy stuff sometimes. So
Absolutely.
for now, from Kenzie and Colin, this is a goodbye until we see you next time.